Listen carefully. Do you sell any product online? Then your product might be getting pirated right now. It doesn't matter whether you sell a PDF ebook or a video training program or software or a WordPress plugin or theme, etc. Whatever you might be selling, chances are that there are a bunch of shady people out there ripping and distributing your product illegally without your permission and without you being paid a single cent for your hard work. There are hundreds of sites where products like yours are being illegally downloaded for free. File sharing directories, black hat forums, pirate blogs, warez sites, etc. And yes, your product is probably being ripped apart and pirated over those sites as we speak. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can protect your product from online pirates. You see, the thing is that many product creators and vendors believe that they're safe from pirates because they're hiding their products behind a password protection system. But that's wrong. You see, pirates actually purchase your product as if they were a legit customer in order to gain the password access to your product. Then they download, rip, and crack your product, and then they upload it to a file-sharing directory or a black hat forum, etc. From there, hundreds of people download your product for free, and you won't get paid a single dollar for it. And finally, to make things worse, the pirate will probably ask you to refund his original purchase, leaving you totally empty-handed. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you know, those who download products from pirate sites are not my target customers, so I wouldn't have lost any legit customers anyway. Well, that's wrong too, and here's why. Imagine a legit prospect who visits your product's sales page, and yeah, he's genuinely interested in your product. Well, studies have shown that most people actually conduct a standard Google research before placing an order. You know, searching for online reviews, second opinions posted in forums, etc. And, well, here's the problem. Those pirate black hat forums and file sharing directories do rank up in Google. So, if your legit prospect researches on Google about your product, he could easily land in one of those pirate sites and download your product for free, probably unaware that it's illegal, and right there, you've lost a genuine sale. And now, multiply that by hundreds of genuine sales you could potentially lose because of piracy. Do you see now why you are indeed affected by piracy? Whether you sell an ebook, a video training program, a piece of software, or whatever you might be selling online, it does affect you and your product, and it does hurt your sales. So, how do you stop pirates from distributing your product illegally and ruining your sales? Introducing Piracy Killer. Piracy Killer is a brand new software that scans the search engines and all these piracy sites non-stop, 24 hours around the clock. And if it finds your product being pirated in any way, it automatically takes action against it. But before I explain how Piracy Killer does that, let me explain what the Digital Millennium Copyright Act is. That's DMCA for short, okay? Let me read an entry straight from Wikipedia. Here we go. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act criminalizes production and dissemination of technology, devices, or services intended to circumvent measures, commonly known as digital rights management, or DRM, that control access to copyrighted works. It also criminalizes the act of circumventing an access control, whether or not there is actual infringement of copyright itself. In addition, the DMCA heightens the penalties for copyright infringement on the Internet. I repeat, the DMCA heightens the penalties for copyright infringement on the Internet. So, what are these copyright infringement penalties exactly? Well, again, let me quote official sources. First-time offenders may be fined up to $500,000, imprisoned for 5 years, or both. For repeat offenders, the maximum penalty increases to a fine of $1 million, imprisonment for up to 10 years, or both. So, in a nutshell, a DMCA is a legal notice that protects rightful product creators and vendors, such as yourself, by enforcing online copyright laws. Those who violate it, meaning the pirates, could potentially face very serious legal consequences and expensive fines. So, as a result, web administrators from these file sharing directories, when they receive one of these DMCA notices, are very prompt in removing copyrighted material from their servers precisely because of the severe legal issues they could potentially be facing if they don't. Alright? So, the question remains, how does Piracy Killer protect your product? Well, here's how it works. Firstly, at the Piracy Killer registration dashboard, you will enter your product details, the product name, the product website, the product owner's name, etc. Basically, you register your product at Piracy Killer's customer database. And once registered, our software will start crawling the search engines, querying for your product name plus a bunch of keywords that aim to trigger the typical pirate sites, such as download, free, share, license key, crack, warez, activation code, download link, etc. All these queries take place on autopilot. It's all done entirely by the software. You don't need to do anything at all. Now, obviously, some of the results obtained from querying the search engines will be legit, while some others will be potentially piracy material. So, how does Piracy Killer know which one is legit and which one is not? Well, it's very simple. Piracy Killer has a built-in database with hundreds of file-sharing directories, black hat forums, warez sites, etc., where pirate activities have been previously reported. So, if any of those queries correspond to any of those sites in our database, Piracy Killer will flag it and will take immediate action, and will send them a DMCA notice to remove your product from their site. Now, on the other hand, if the query does not correspond to any of the sites included in our piracy database, the system will send you an email with the query link so you can take a quick look by yourself. And then within that same email, you will find two buttons that let you choose between approve site or flag as piracy. If you approve the site, the software will whitelist this query and it will not send you any further email about it. If you flag it as pirate, the system will automatically add it to our built-in piracy database and it will automatically send them a DMCA notice. Now, here's what's cool about it. As all of our customers continue to flag more and more sites as pirate material, our piracy database keeps on expanding on a daily basis, and thus Piracy Killer's accuracy grows exponentially. That ensures that our pirate database is always up to date with every new pirate website trying to rip our customers' products. Oh, and by the way, you can also at any time log into Piracy Killer's members dashboard, where you will be able to follow all the analytical statistics. You will see all the pirate alerts detected by the system, all the DMCA notices sent, which sites subsequently removed your product in a friendly manner, and which ones made it necessary to contact their hosting providers and registrar companies, etc. Basically, you can follow the entire progress from your admin console. But anyway, let's move on. So, once Piracy Killer has detected a pirate site illegally distributing your product, what actions are taken to protect your product? Well, first of all, as already stated, Piracy Killer will send the website administrator an email requesting them to remove any link or entry that violates your copyrighted material. That email contains an official DMCA notice template that's been customized to include your product's info, product name, product's legal owner's name, product website, etc. The system automatically customizes the DMCA notice with your data, so you absolutely don't need to do anything at all. Now, exactly 24 hours after sending the DMCA notice, the software automatically checks the flagged URL again to confirm whether they have removed your product listing from their site. If they have, the system takes no further action. However, if they have failed to take down your product from their site, the system will send them a friendly reminder encouraging them to remove it immediately so no further actions are taken against them. Once again, 24 hours after the friendly reminder has been sent, the system checks again the flagged website to confirm whether your product is still being distributed or not. If they have removed your product, the software takes no further action. However, if they persist in their activities, the software scales the issue further up the ladder. It will automatically contact the website's hosting company and domain registrant. Now, hosting companies such as HostGator, Bluehost, GoDaddy, etc. are also responsible for all of the content and websites hosted in their servers, and therefore they are very prompt to act upon spam and copyright violation complaints. They will contact the website administrators and they will force them to take down any page or link that might be violating your legal copyrights. And if they don't, the hosting company usually suspends the entire site altogether. Needless to say, administrators of these pirate sites usually react very promptly to demands from their hosting companies because they know they can lose their entire site in a heartbeat. So, one way or another, Piracy Killer goes the extra mile to ensure that those pirates remove your product from their sites immediately. Yes! Now, okay, you might just be wondering, couldn't I just send my own DMCA notices myself, right? I mean, do you really need Piracy Killer at all? Well, in theory, you could indeed send your own DMCA notices without Piracy Killer. But do you really want to do that? Let's review what the manual process would be like. Number 1, querying all the piracy triggering keywords. First of all, you would need to scan through at least the first 10 pages of Google, Yahoo and Bing, querying for your product plus a number of different keywords. Remember, your product plus download, your product plus free, or plus share, or plus license, or plus crack, etc., etc., etc. A long etc., in fact. Number 2, filtering the genuine sites from the pirate ones. So obviously you can't just send a DMCA notice to every site triggering your product keywords. Many of them will in fact be 100% legit sites, either talking about or reviewing or legally linking to your product. That means you must create your own database with hundreds of file sharing directories, black hat forums, warez sites, etc., etc. Plus you would need to update the list on a monthly basis since these pirates come and go in the blink of an eye. Number 3, typing and sending dozens of DMCA notices. For each site you find pirating your product, you would need to manually type and send the DMCA notices. That can be very tiresome and time-consuming, especially because you will find yet more pirate sites trying to rip your product on a weekly and even daily basis. Number 4, there's confirming whether your product has been removed. Obviously, if you've sent a DMCA notice to a bunch of pirate sites, you will certainly need to follow up 24 hours later to confirm whether they've removed your product from your site. And that means revisiting all those sites all over again, one by one. Ouch. Number 5, scaling it up to their hosting and domain registrar companies. Yeah? What if the pirate site refuses to act upon receiving your DMCA notice? Yep, you guessed it. You would need to do the research on what their hosting and domain registrar companies are, and then you'd need to contact their copyright violation department, you'd need to explain the situation, etc. And that means more typing, more emails, more time wasted on your end. And number 6, rinse and repeat every single day. You didn't think this was a one-off process, right? Ooh, no, I'm afraid it's not. Pirates don't rest. They don't sleep. They're all over the world, and they rip products just like yours 24 hours around the clock. The moment one of your DMCAs takes down a pirate, there's another one working to distribute your product illegally once again. So, yep, you'd certainly need to conduct the whole process every day, or at the minimum every week, forever, or alternatively, you could let Piracy Killer do it all for you on autopilot without you having to lift a finger. Okay! Let's face it, the only feasible way to beat online piracy is to take an automated approach, a software that's been designed as a set and forget operation. You just need to register your product within Piracy Killer's customer database, and the system does the rest for you 100% on autopilot. Just like pirates, Piracy Killer doesn't rest, it doesn't sleep, and it never stops. Every single day, Piracy Killer goes out to the internet, scanning the search engines and the dodgy pirate sites, searching for any possible piracy alerts relating to your product, and if it finds anything suspicious, bang, it will act upon it immediately. Now seriously, do you really want to do all that work for yourself when you could simply configure a software to do it all for you? And if you're pondering about the cost of the software, well, please do just a simple bit of math. What if Piracy Killer, by removing all those dirty sites freely distributing your product, could save you just a sale or two per month? Wouldn't it pay itself off? Of course it would. 1 or 2 sales saved from piracy, and Piracy Killer will have already paid itself off for good. But now, imagine if Piracy Killer could save hundreds of sales from piracy. It could easily become the very best investment of the year for your business. So, okay, now you have 3 options. Option number 1, don't do anything to protect your product from online piracy. Well, in this case, you know what's going to happen. Pirates will simply rip your product and shamelessly share it with everyone, and you won't get a penny from your hard work.
No.
Option number 2, try to fight piracy manually on your own. So, you want to do it all on your end? Okay, no problem. Here's my advice. Load up on coffee, because you're going to spend endless nights searching for pirate sites and typing hundreds of DMCA notices. Enjoy it. Option number 3, let Piracy Killer do it all for you. I think that's the most sensible decision. Let a professional software do the work for you. Set and forget. Easy. And remember, we offer a 100% money-back guarantee, so you can trial Piracy Killer totally risk-free. So, here's what you want to do now. Sign up and register your product in our customers database. Let Piracy Killer do its job for a few days, scanning around and hunting pirates down for you. If you're satisfied with the results, keep it. And if you're not, simply ask for a refund. Easy, huh? So do the right thing. Sign up today and get your product completely freed and rid of pirates for once and for all. You and your business will not regret it.